So, in today's notes, we're going to be combining two lessons, lessons 9.2 and 9.3, and we will be covering mean, median, mode, and range. Our essential question: how can you find the mean, median, mode, and range of a data set or of a set of data? Remember, you can always stop and pause this video so that you're able to get all the notes down. And remember, do this at your own time and with your own pace. So before we get started, once you put the lesson and your essential questions there, I want you to divide your paper into quadrants. So you can either take your paper and fold it into fours, or you can just draw a line, draw a T, because we're going to write our notes in quadrants. So the top left will be doing the definition for mean, top right, definition for median, the bottom left, definition for mode, and the bottom right, definition for range. So if you set your paper up first, it'll make it so much easier when you go to do your notes. So now in the center of your document, go ahead and write down this data set. So 4, 6, 8, 8, 9, 11, 14, 15, 17, and 18. This is the data set that we're going to be utilizing for our examples. So make sure that you have that in the center of your paper or right in the center of your T. So let's begin with mean. Mean is the average or the sum of all values in a data set divided by the total amount of values in the set. Next, we have median, which is the middle number or the average of two middle numbers in an ordered data set. And I'll show you what that means a little later. Mode, the number that appears the most. And lastly, range is the difference between the greatest and least value in a data set. So now let's look at some examples. So let's start with mean. So we have our data set, and it says that the sum of all the values in the data set. So let's do the sum of all the values first. So we're going to have 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 8 plus 9 plus 11 plus 15 plus 17 plus 18. Okay, so make certain that you show that. And it says we're going to divide the total amount by the amount of values in the set. So let's see how many we have in our set. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I feel like I'm missing something. 4, 6, 8, 8, 9, 11. Oh, I'm missing 14 and 14, 10. There we go. All right, so now we're going to add all these numbers together. And I would say use a calculator, and that's fine. So I use my calculator, and when I added it all together, it equals to 110. So now we got to divide it by the total amount of values in the set, which was 10. And 110 divided by 10 will give us 11. So our mean equals 11. Okay, I'm going to erase that so we can do middle number. So if we look at our data set, it says the middle number of or the average of the two middle numbers in an ordered set. So when we say ordered, we mean in order from least to greatest. And our data set is already in order from least to greatest. So let's find out what the middle number is. So I like doing this method of just going from the ends until I get to the middle. Now, there's not one number in the middle, there's two numbers in the middle. And remember, our notes say that it is the average of the two middle numbers. So that means we're going to take 9 and we're going to add it to 11. That would give us 20. And those are only two numbers in our data set. And we're going to divide that by 20. So our median would be 10. Remember, you can always stop and pause this video whenever you need to so that you can have the notes down. Now let's look at mode. So mode is the number that appears the most in your data set. So 4 only appears once, 6 appears once, we have 8 and we have 2 8s. I don't see another 9, don't see another 11 or 14 or 15 or 17 or 18. So our mode, the numbers that appear most, would be 8. So our mode equals to 8. Lastly, the range. So our range is the difference between the greatest and least value in a data set. Difference, so whenever we see this word difference, we think subtraction. Okay? So let's find the greatest number in our data set. So the greatest number in our data set is 18. So we're going to take 18 and we're going to find the smallest number or the least number in our data set, which is 4. We're going to get the difference of those two, which would give us 14. So our range equals 14. So we're going to do some more examples, and we're also going to discuss outliers in class. Make certain that you have this all down. Remember, you can always review this video, rewind it so that you're able to get all of the information that you need.